You're about to see a clip of Ashish Prashar, and I wanted to let you know that Tuesday, October 15th, I'm doing a live event in New York City with Ashish Prashar, Daniel Santiago, and Tyler Reynolds, all of whom have volunteered in the West Bank. Daniel was shot in the leg by the Israeli military. The event consists of a screening of the excellent documentary Holy Redemption, Stealing Palestinian Land, about settler violence. The screening will be followed by a discussion with Ashish, Daniel, and Tyler. It's Tuesday, October 15th at 6 p.m. at the People's Forum at 320 West 37th Street, and it's organized by Code Pink. If you can't make it in person, you can watch it at youtube.com/The Katie Halper Show. Again, that's youtube.com/The Katie Halper Show, and it starts at 6 p.m., so an hour earlier than I usually start my show. Thanks so much. You mentioned that you and I are both based in New York. This is actually something that happened to you in New York City. Here's a news clip about something that put you into the media spotlight yourself.
Investigating a confrontation at Park as a potential hate crime. The alleged victim says that he was accosted because of the color of his skin and the scarf he was wearing. CBS 2's Naveen Dhaliwal has the story from Fort Greene.
As Ashish Prashar stands near Edmund Park,
I don't even know if they'd registered how bad it was at that moment.
Your son, go away.
Why?
Yeah, you cannot take anything.
It's unclear what led up to the moment before the video, but the attack is caught on camera.
Get away.
A woman went on a rampage Tuesday morning as Prashar shielded his 18-month-old son on the basketball court.
She told me she's Jewish American and I don't belong here.
That's how it started. Then the woman throwing more insults.
You're a terrorist. You don't belong here. And she told me several times that I didn't belong here.
Prashar stunned as things got worse.
She threw her phone viscerally at both our heads, and I ducked, and it missed both of us. And at that point, I put my son on the ground behind my legs, and when I looked back up, hot coffee was coming towards my face.
Nearly missing his son.
She targeted me because I'm wearing a Palestinian scarf. I'm wearing an Arab scarf.
She stopped once a bystander against the fence stepped in. Prashar, whose family is from India, is appalled that he has become another case of mistaken identity and a victim of a possible hate crime because of the color of his skin.
I'm Punjabi. I was born in London, but it doesn't mean I don't have solidarity with anyone in the world who is seeking to be free.
And after the two recent hate crimes in the Sikh community, one fatal, now he wants local leaders to address the bias louder than ever.
It's been carried over from everyone from India to North Africa and the Middle East in the middle. We're not safe. Simply that. And our children are not safe.
Prashar says he's never seen this woman before, and now police are investigating this as a possible hate crime. So far, no arrests. In Fort Greene, Brooklyn, Naveen Dhaliwal, CBS 2 News.
So can you update? First of all, really sorry that happened. And how old is your son?
He's two, nearly 2.5 now, but he was 18 months at the time.
18 months.
18 months.
And can you update us about this case?
Yeah, so I did a grand jury appearance. It moved really quickly. She was arrested. She surrendered, frankly, and I have to thank New York, frankly. I don't think there wasn't a mum in New York or parent that didn't mobilize to try and find her. There was posters from Fort Greene to Grand Army Plaza that had nothing to do with all over looking for her, taking screenshots from the video that I posted. I owe New York so much in the public, but she surrendered because of that, not because of the police. She surrendered because her world was getting small. Someone found her in Whole Foods, put a photo out, tagged the NYPD, and I think she just had to surrender. So she surrendered 2 weeks after it happened. It was November 7th, so a month after October 7th. She surrendered 2 weeks later. I did a grand jury appearance in December. They found her unanimously that it had to go to trial. And since then, it's just been court appearance, and she changed lawyer, back and forth. We should find out soon if she wants to go to trial or take any prospective deal that the district attorney of Brooklyn offers her. This is also complex for me, as you know, as someone who's been in prison. I don't believe in prison, right? I'm an abolitionist. I don't think prison is going to be good for her or any other person involved in this. We've healed as a family. We don't, the reason I wear that scarf isn't because of what's happening now. I was gifted it by a Palestinian mother in 2011 when I worked in the West Bank, who said I would do the right thing before I resigned. So that scarf has a lot of meaning to me. My son was wrapped in it when he was born. That's how much meaning scarf has to me. So, when someone does something like that to you and believes in you, there's a connection, and you take it with you. So this woman, hopefully before September, in a week, will know if there's going to be a public trial or whether the DA offers her something. And look, I don't really think jail's great, but if she wants to go to trial, I can't see. I mean, you never know with a trial, but like everyone who's watched that video, forget what my race is or my scarf is. The idea is they see a toddler.
Yeah, it's just insane.
And she attacked him. And the reason people are like, are you sure it wasn't just you? And like, look at the way Israelis are attacking Palestinian children. And she's Israeli, not
she's
just
Israeli?
Jewish. Like
Wow.
she's Israeli. She's dual citizen. So she went for my child. The second object was definitely targeted at my child. Or direction. She wasn't a bad throw. She knew what she was doing. And she said the comment. I think it's in all the coverage of New York Mag and everywhere covered it, which I hope someone burns your child. And then she attempted to do it. So I have no doubt that she tried to target our little toddler, at the time. But I said back then, like I said on camera, but also I went further. I was like, what a lot of media edit out is I blamed President Biden for the environment that we had built. For the first month of this, Palestinians were demonized here.
Yeah.
Anyone who looked like them was demonized here. And
the beheaded babies lie that he put out, despite the fact that his own staff told him it wasn't true.
Thank you. Thank you for the intensity of your support. It matters. It matters that Americans see what's happening. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I never really thought that I would see and have confirmed pictures of terrorists beheading children. I never thought I'd ever. Anyway, but there are countries in the region that are trying to be of some help, including Arab nations that are trying to be of some help.
100%. And I said on one of the interviews, I think Pix 11 didn't edit it out, that like more people will be attacked, more people will have worse outcomes than what happened to me and my child. A few weeks later, those boys were shot in Vermont.
Right.
And he hasn't called them. The president still hasn't called them. If you are showing what our administration, what Kamala and everyone else believe in, this is what they believe in: violence towards the oppressed, ironically, in this, and empowering the oppressor, whether it be Israelis in streets of New York or Israelis or the Israeli occupation in Palestine.
Well, Ash, thank you so much for joining, and really want to thank you for participating. How generous you've been with your time, and please come back, and we'll link to all your projects in the description.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thanks
Thank you
so much. Don't forget to come out and see Ashish Prashar live along with me, Daniel Santiago, and Tyler Reynolds, Tuesday, October 15th at 6 p.m. at the People's Forum at 320 West 37th Street at a screening and talkback organized by Code Pink. And if you can't come in person, you can watch it here at youtube.com/The Katie Halper Show. Again, that's youtube.com/The Katie Halper Show. The screening starts at 6 p.m. and it's followed by a discussion at 7 p.m. So see you either live or online. Bye, everyone. Thanks a lot.